How far back do you guys, go? Use that against a person? I thought it was like 7 years.
I don't know where you heard it 7 years that I can't use anything you've done after 7 years, criminally speaking, but I have never heard that law. They didn't teach me that in my law school. Maybe they did in yours, but not in mine.
I was
Ma'am,
just asking a question. You don't have to
I'm
be
going
rude.
to
I was
answer
asking
your
a
question if
question.
you will let me. If you will let me, I'm really trying to stay calm and not find you in contempt.
This woman has an opinion about everything. Despite her extensive record showcasing her lack of knowledge around the law, she shows up to court acting like the judge needs her guidance. What starts as a fairly normal hearing quickly turns into a back-and-forth battle of wills. Watch as the judge tries to stay composed, loses patience, regains it, and then loses it again, as this woman just won't stop arguing. She's defiant, entitled, and convinced she knows better than the judge. It's a drama-filled hearing that didn't need to be dramatic.
Brianna Ray Johnson, that's you appearing in person in pro se.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Johnson, you're charged with count 1, driving while suspended, a B misdemeanor. You're charged with driving without proof of insurance, a B misdemeanor. Well, may I correct that on number 2, you're charged with driving without insurance after a prior conviction for driving without insurance in 3 years. That prior elevates it to an A misdemeanor. You could be looking at a minimum fine of $800 up to $1,000, and you could be looking at up to a year in the county jail. How do you wish to proceed on the issue of an attorney? Do you wish to have an attorney or?
Yes, I would like to get a court-appointed attorney.
All right, I'll find you qualifying appointed attorney Darren Patterson. Have you taken down his number yet?
No.
Darren Patterson, Darrem Patterson. His number is
Okay.
316. Call him today. That's an order. Come back with him ready to go. And the next court date for Darren is when?
Your Honor, that is January 12th.
January 12th, 8 a.m. You have to be back.
I didn't catch that because somebody else was talking. What was that?
Well, it's January 12th, 8 a.m. You have to be back here by Zoom, ready to go with Mr. Patterson.
Okay.
And Your Honor,
Mr. Regier.
some new information has been brought to my attention recently regarding this matter. If I may request a brief 2-minute recess.
Granted.
Thank you,
2
Your Honor.
minute recess. You're welcome. On the record in BU 2025 TR 1899, State of Kansas versus Rihanna Ray Johnson, all parties as before. Anything further, Mr. Regier?
Merely that the state wishes to be heard on the issue of bond at the appropriate time if the court is making such an order.
This is the appropriate time. Please proceed.
Your Honor, in addition to the 2 charges currently before the court, both of which the state considers considerable, especially in light of count 2 being charged as a Class A misdemeanor, the state is recommending a bond of at the very least $3,500. The state does not oppose the court ordering an OR bond, given that the defendant appears in the fashion that she does today. Besides the charges currently before the court, the state understands this is a defendant with at least 1 prior driver's license violation, a diversion for DUI, as well as at least 1 non-traffic felony conviction. Under those circumstances, the state does respectfully submit that $3,500 is appropriate.
I have a question
Go ahead.
on that. The DUI, I haven't received a DUI. I don't believe I've received one. When did they say I had a DUI on that?
I didn't hear a date or time. I can look and see what I have. The record you have that I see for Odyssey starts with speeding in 2004, and then it jumps up to 2000. Well, that's a different kind of matter. You have a 2013 criminal for damage to property, interference with Leo, law enforcement. But it looks like the conviction was for criminal threat.
Yeah, I knew that. That's been 12 years ago. but I don't recall ever getting a DUI.
Well, I'm looking for that. In the meantime, Mr. Regier, what year do you show that for her benefit?
Your Honor, in
Yes.
response to the court's inquiry, it does appear to be somewhat dated. Nevertheless, given the nature of the offense, the state does consider it relevant for purposes of setting an appropriate bond in this matter.
And when was it dated, you said?
I don't see it on her Odyssey, so it may not have been in Kansas, but how long ago was that? You said
I've
somewhat.
never,
Approximately 20 years by the state's understanding, Your Honor, per the court's inquiry.
20 years. 20 years, so I don't even recall ever getting one 20 years ago, but so you bring up something for 20 years ago?
Sure he can.
I mean, I don't recall ever getting a DUI 20 years
Well,
ago.
No, I don't see it on your record. I'm not going to consider it, but for all the other reasons
Thank
he
you.
stated. For all the other reasons he stated, 3,500 OR sounds reasonable, and I am going to make that your bond.
And why is that? Just because I have,
Well, because
driving
you
on
have a
suspended?
lengthy record, ma'am, from starting in 2004 up current, keeping it up till now. 2013. Do you want me to go into all of these? The
I mean, I don't have,
criminal charges.
but that's
There's
been
some-
like 12 years ago and has nothing to do with my driving, like record.
Well, your record has something to do with your record. You've
That's one
got-
felony. That's all I have on that. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to argue with it, but I don't have a really extensive record except for a couple driving on suspendeds. Like, I mean, I really don't.
Well, I'm giving you an OR bond. That means you don't have to put the money up, and I'm not going to go there's not much less I can do on that. I could say, oh, well, 500 OR, and I'm not going to do that. You've got a long record here of different kinds of activities indicating to this court that you could be a flight risk. And so your bond is set at 3,500 OR. You may not like that. You may not approve of that. If you find yourself some kind of appeal, avenue, you can try that. But that's your record at this time. That's your charge at this time, and that's what you've also had a failure to appear in this case, Miss Knoxted. You failed to
this
appear
case?
April
This case-
23rd. In this case.
This case, not this one, because I just
I'm
got
sorry.
this
You know
2
what?
months ago.
My apologies. I was looking at Knoxted's and you're Miss Johnson. Let me look at that again.
Okay, because I'm
Right.
like, I'm not.
Okay, let me double check your screen. That makes a lot of difference.
And how long?
It actually makes it worse because now you've got driving while suspended. Okay, you are Rihanna Ray Johnson, correct?
Correct.
You have driving while suspended and driving without proof of liability insurance after a
Right.
prior conviction of driving without insurance within the last 3 years. So you've got an A misdemeanor, a B misdemeanor,
Mm-hmm.
and you've had Mr. Patterson, but you apparently didn't go over and contact him like I told you to.
To who?
Darren Patterson, are you
I
saying you
haven't
don't?
done it yet because you just now told me to today.
All right. All
I
right.
mean, I'm still in court, so I can't call while I'm in court, right?
Right. Now, Miss Johnson, you better calm down because you're not going to do yourself any favors here. But here's your record. Going back to your record, 2004, there's speeding.
Mm-hmm.
There's some children involved in some cases that I won't use
But that's
again.
irrelevant with this.
All
I
right,
mean,
look. Okay, are you going to let me be the judge and tell you what's relevant and what's not, or are you going to just take over the case? You want me to
No,
just give over and let you want the case? I'm not going to
no,
give
but
it
you
to
don't have to be rude to me. I mean, but I
Well,
don't know what my
ma'am,
children have to do with me driving on
I'm not,
suspended.
stop. I'm not going to stand here and let you, or sit here and let you talk down to me like that when you're the one that's accused of violating the law. And then you come in here with an attitude trying to tell me how it's going to be.
No.
Stop.
No,
Miss
but you're
Johnson,
bringing my
stop.
children into it for why? My children have nothing to do with me driving on suspended. They have
Oh, I
nothing to
think
do
they
with that.
do.
None of them cases do.
All right, your objection is noted, overruled. Now then.
Okay,
you've got-
I'll just come back with my attorney.
All right, are you hiring your attorney or are you applying for your court-appointed attorney?
I'm applying for the court-appointed one like I had asked prior.
All right, and you're gonna go over and you're gonna talk to Mr. Patterson. And I suspect the first thing he's gonna
Yeah.
tell you to do is show some respect for the court, whoever the court is. You don't have to feel respect for me, but you have to show respect for the
I am showing
position
respect,
I'm
but you're
in.
being disrespectful to me. Like, I feel like you're being very disrespectful to me.
Now let's finish looking at this record. I've told you, you want me to make it a cash or surety bond? Because you're starting to show me an attitude that I don't know that you respect the court enough to follow the court's orders.
I do respect the court.
You just don't respect me personally. Is that what you're saying?
No, I do respect everybody. I respect the court, but I feel like I'm not being respected at all. And I'm not being disrespectful. I really am not. I'm just saying that when I object to like some of the things that you were saying, that's all I was saying. But I will keep my mouth shut and you can proceed and I will come back with my attorney, like court-appointed attorney. I apologize.
May I speak? And I'm being sarcastic and I shouldn't be. That's out of order. And I correct that. But you are provoking the court, Ms. Johnson, and you need to stop it. Now, pending, besides the case you have in front of me right now, you are charged with Sedgwick County District Court. You are charged in 2024 driving while suspended. That's still open. You've got a Harvey County case, driving while your license is canceled, suspended or revoked, driving without insurance. Familiar? That's what you're looking at in Butler
I
County.
just actually found out about those two cases today when I called to see where my court was today, because I didn't know about the one that I didn't know I had two open cases and one in Harvey. It's because I owe fines to it. That's it. And then the one in Wichita, Central County, I owe fines to it. That's the only reason they're open is because I still owe my fines. That's it. And I need to pay my fines.
So in addition to driving while suspended and driving without insurance after a prior conviction with 3 years, you have an open Harvey County case in addition to the Butler County one. Then you have the Greenwood, a limited case in Greenwood. You have a BU, that's Butler County, another, let me see, maybe that's, okay, that's the one here today. Yep. Have other things. 21 CR, criminal use of a financial card, theft of property. I'm sure you're going to tell me those have nothing to do with your traffic. But it tells me that you don't follow the rules, you don't follow the laws. Here's a traffic in 2018, speeding, operating without a valid license. 2015, driving without liability insurance. More civil matters.
And I have a question whenever you're done.
I'm not done. I've got to get past some of these matters. What county, Mr. Aguirre? I can't think of what county VA would be, but there's a criminal threat. Oh, there's a criminal damage to property 2013 and interference with law enforcement, criminal damage to property again, criminal threat. It's on your record, ma'am. You can talk to your attorney about it. But these are all matters and they keep going. There's a
How far back do you guys, use that against a person? I thought it was like 7 years.
I don't know where you heard it 7 years that I can't use anything you've done after 7 years criminally speaking, but I have never heard that law. They didn't teach me that in my law school. Maybe they did in yours, but not in mine.
I was
Ma'am,
just asking a question. You don't
I'm
be rude.
going
I
to
was
answer
asking
your
a question.
If you will let me, I'm really trying to stay calm and not find you in contempt. But the way you are sassing and disrespecting and arguing with the court puts you in a position where I could find you in contempt, order you to pay a fine, and actually order you to serve jail time. I don't know if you're aware of that from this long history, but let me tell you this. Your history, I can consider your criminal history as far back as you started committing criminal history and establishing it. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry you didn't, but now you do know that when you started establishing a criminal history, it became a basis that future courts could look at to determine whether or not you're a risk to come back to court, whether or not you are at risk to the community to keep violating the law. And that is why I'm going through this record. I probably wouldn't have scrutinized it as much other than you've challenged me, you've questioned me. And so that's what I'm looking at. And I think that I think it's very reasonable that the state recommended, and they've got more traffic matters, it sounds like, than I do I'm just looking at your Odyssey state record that's through the state computer system. He has the whole official KBI, FBI records that I don't have. And from what he said, he has more than I do. And yet he has restrained himself to recommend only a $3,500 OR bond. And because he recommended that before, but turn off whatever it is you're causing feedback, whatever you're recording me on. Because
I'm not recording you on anything, ma'am.
I have a very busy docket, ma'am. I really need to get on. This isn't fair to the other people that are politely waiting their turn.
Okay, but why
Now,
did you accuse me of recording you? Because I'm not recording you at
you
all.
turned on a TV, you turned on a
No,
computer.
I don't have a TV in my home. I don't have a TV in my home. Would you
All
like
right.
to? I don't. I really didn't turn anything on. I'm sitting right here and I don't have a TV. I don't own one.
Ma'am, you started causing feedback. Your recording device started causing feedback. And that is usually because someone turns on another
I don't-
device. All right, Miss, I
don't
have got
have
to get on
one.
with that. Would you just stop and listen to me?
Yeah, but I didn't do anything like you're accusing me of. I really didn't.
Okay, one more response like that, and you're going to be found in contempt, and I'm going to issue a citation to have you picked up and put in jail. Please do not force me to do that. I don't have time to do the paperwork to do that today. You can see this docket. I've got a full afternoon docket, and I want to give everyone their due rights today and their due hearing. All right, now, your bond is set. No arguments allowed at this point. $3,500 OR. You will go into a breakout room as soon as this hearing is over. There will be an invitation to a breakout room flash on your screen. You will go into the breakout room with court security too. They will set up a time with you to go out to the jail and take care of your picture, your prints, and post that OR bond. You do not have to take the money with you, but you have to sign a document that if you don't come to court and do what you're supposed to on that bond, you can forfeit that bond, causing the money to end up in the state's hands, and you can cause a warrant to be issued for your arrest. So that is your bond. And tell me again, Jenna, her next court date.
Your Honor, I have January 12th at 8 a.m.
You must come back January 12th, 2026 at 8 a.m. with your attorney and ready to proceed. Mr. Regier, is there anything else I need to address?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Miss Naxted, anything, or I'm sorry, Miss Johnson. Miss Johnson, anything else you want to take up before I let you go?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then I suggest you call Darren Patterson, your court-appointed attorney, and let him know what's gone on today.
I will. Thank you.
You're welcome. And put your face back on your screen. Where did you go?
I'm right here.
All right. And next time I see you, next time you see any judge, and you've seen a lot of them over the years from this record, next time you see any judge, you need to show the judicial process a better appearance, a better kindness, a better courtesy than what I've seen today. Maybe you think it's courteous, but it's not, trust me. All right, you may go at this time, Ms. Johnson. You are excused from today's proceedings. Continued on that bond.
Your Honor, does she have to be in a breakout room before she goes on?
Yes, she does, please. Ms. Johnson, no, you're leaving me, but you're not leaving the recordings. Go see the court security officer. Thank you, Jenna. All right, well, where do we begin? Mr. Mannion, I'm going to take up your case.